On the line right now on solar-powered Crew FM, Mr. Scott Stapp of the group Creed. And we're very happy to have you, sir.
Good to be here, man.
Nice. Now, you are on tour right now, you and your brother Mark and the rest of Creed.
Yep, we're on tour.
So where's the tour going to go? What's up with the tour?
It's a North American tour. It's the second leg of the Full Circle tour, and we've kind of gone to a few places that we didn't get to go on the first tour, a little deeper into Middle America. We're excited about keeping this ball rolling.
Nice. Yeah, the reunion happened basically. You did Full Circle in 2009, and you've kept the rally going since then.
We've got fans that have demanded it. We had planned on touring this summer anyway, and potentially having new music out, but we never really felt like we gave the fans Full Circle yet, because of how it came out at the end of the tour and whatnot. So it's good to be able to add that to the show and how that makes us our live show and our presentation complete and present.
Nice. Yeah, you know what, a lot of times when you put out a record, it doesn't have a full lifespan because, you have to go by the company paradigm of, it's out there for a certain amount of time, you have a certain amount of singles and videos, and then it's on to the next one. And touring makes it almost impossible, really, in a lot of cases, for most artists to be able to come up with more creative material, to collaborate or do whatever you need to do to come up with material and recordings for the next album. Most people, I don't think, realize that. They all go, where's your next album? Where's your next album?
Well, I tell you, we've always been fortunate and very blessed that our albums, they go deep in our records in terms of songs that get worked at radio, and so that has always afforded us, at least 2 years on every record to tour it. And Full Circle followed that mold, and we're 3 singles deep in this record, and possibly thinking about another one.
Yeah, and also you've got for the fans. I believe that you've done something special. The prices are more affordable than not, aren't they, for the tickets?
Yeah, most definitely. We changed the name of the tour from the Full Circle tour to the Creed 2010 tour, and that was an idea that was given to us by Paul Geary over there at Azoff, Geary and Paul. And he's definitely dialed into the pulse of the band, because ticket prices have been something this band has fought for and cared about for a long, long time. And, I hope we didn't burn too many bridges along the way, fighting promoters and even Ticketmaster way back then, to try to keep the prices, where you could go to a rock show, bring your family, and everybody get a T-shirt and not spend over $100.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's very admirable, man. You had a really great album. You had The Great Divide back in 2005. Right, and that was a really fine album, and I think The Great Divide was like a top 20 single, if I remember. Yeah,
it did. It was certified platinum in 2007 and continues to sell really well. And there wasn't much promotion and marketing behind that, and I think that's the way I liked it. And it just kind of has had a grassroots kind of appeal, and it seems to continue to spread by word of mouth.
Nice, yeah. And just for the Fairfield, Iowa audience, so they get caught up on Scott Stapp. We're talking, by the way, with Scott Stapp, the lead vocalist from Creed. We want to go over a little history again for the audience. Creed from a lot of singles, especially maybe Higher, with Arms Wide Open. And that one was written about your son Jagger, right?
Yeah, it was. It was about the anticipation of being a father for the first time and kind of speaking to him. Yeah. Beautiful.
That was beautiful. And then. You have My Sacrifice, One Last Breath. You have 2 #1 albums, Human Clay and Weathered. Creed has had you're a great success story, and I imagine having had that kind of success and having a kind of catalog that you have now, you're able to look at, like right now, you're looking at the business model in the context of how can we best help the fans and how can we best get our music out there in a way that, that everybody can sort of get to it. And you keep working, you're working the Full Circle album, your last album. You did the reunion for it. You guys are it seems like the heart level is there, that you guys really care about Creed.
Most definitely. And, I don't think there's anything else. I know there's nothing else I'd rather be doing than making Creed records. getting on that stage with these guys and connecting with the fans of Creed and those that they bring, that we can try that night to make them fans. And so aside from whatever I do, when Creed's not doing something, Creed's always my first priority.
Nice. Yeah. And you guys also, I think people remember I'm 18, your version of I'm 18 from The Faculty, with that was the pre-Frodo Elijah Wood, right?
Yeah, that was pretty cool to do that Alice Cooper song. That was fun.
Yeah, and you also, you did a Doors song for a certain movie, right?
Yeah, we did, I think we tracked 3 Doors songs.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Riders on the Storm, Roadhouse Blues, and The End.
Yeah, really fine. And the Doors are a big influence on you, aren't they, personally?
Well, I think, when you talk about your influences, it's how they culminate together. From the standpoint of approaching the writing of my lyrics as bodies of work in themselves, as poetry or short stories, I think that's kind of what influenced me the most by Jim Morrison.
Nice.
And then the fact that they were a real band, and how it all came together with them, that helped mold, my thought of what I thought at the time all bands were. Quickly learned that that's not the case, but thank God with Creed, that youthful idealism and ignorance drove me, and I guess drove the four of us together to do it the old-fashioned way. We kind of feel like we're a dying breed right now.
Right. Well, right. Well, with technology and all sorts of stuff that influences a lot of bands and how they approach their music, it's nice that, you can't ignore the technology, but on the other hand, it's nice to have the essence of what the band is in the band format, huh?
Yeah, most definitely. And we're like I said, I think we're one of the last, real rock bands, 4 guys jamming in the basement, friends, so close friends, we're family. Writing music and getting discovered out of a small town called Tallahassee, and then having the success that we've done, and so we're living the dream, man.
Very nice. And you and Scott, you have a project coming up, or maybe it's in the works or whatever. You're working with Carlos Santana, right?
Yeah, did a song with Carlos called "Fortunate Son." It's a Creedence Clearwater Revival song, John Fogerty song, and it was just, I felt honored to be asked to do that and to be a part of that project, and it's pretty cool.
Well, we were very honored to have had you on our show, to come to visit Fairfield, Iowa, sir. And I very much appreciate you and Mark coming by. And please feel free to stop by anytime.
Awesome, man. Well, I will definitely be back there within a month. That's the Creed tour, doing my tour, which will be Creed Unplugged. New material for me. We're going to have a good relationship there.
Nice. Very, very cool. Okay, thank you for visiting, and take care. All the best on the new tour and the new record and everything you're going to do.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Mark Tremonti from Creed, and you're listening to Mike Rigonius 2.0 on Solar Powered Crew FM.